Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 3 vs 3 on testing grounds. Playing on Team 1 as the Eldar, we've got Topper. We've got MT Rage 42 playing as Space Marines, and we've got Catgirl playing as the Chaos Space Marines. Whereas on Team 2, playing as Space Marines, we've got Imperial Scrimaldus, we've got Dazza playing as the Eldar, and we've got Timmy Irma playing as the Chaos Demons. Testing grounds, a very interesting map, considering that I've got lots of things to play for in the middle, plenty of critical locations, strategic points, and all that good stuff. I've also got some relics on the far-flung sides of things and over into the centre bits as well. Now, of course, fighting in the centre, a little bit dubious considering they've got to go all the way over here and go in between these narrow choke points. You can have got direct access, basically, to the enemies by going over these very short distances in the form of negative cover. But obviously then you'll be fighting in the negative cover, which is not ideal for anyone. No one likes wet socks in the 41st millennium. But hey ho, we've got the, where you are Catgirl's cultists coming down over here, as well as some Chaos Space Marines. Straight over towards the Ultramarines of Imperial Scrimaldus. And what are you going to go for? You're going to go for some Assault Marines and some Tactical Marines yourself. Now, are you going to be standing here in a defensive posture, or are you going to be a bit more aggressive? That is a question on my lips today. You're a little bit outnumbered. Then again, these cultists are coming over to capture this relic on the southern side here. So it'll just be 2-on-2 at the moment. For now, we'll win in a fair fight between regular Chaos Marines and Tactical Marines. Well, I mean, not that dude. In a fight between demigods, it's always the mortals that fail first. Here come the Assault Marines for Imperial Scrimaldus. A Chaos Lord coming in for support. Catgirl. Oh, that was a long time for them to come in. Very dramatic. Also got some, I assume, some anime character watching on over, confirming once and for all that Chaos is indeed anime, or vice versa. Over on the other side, Die Avengers fighting off the Blue Horrors. Blue Horrors unable to contend with the sheer amount of firepower from those shuriken catapults. They're not going to push in too far. Just want to make sure that that strategic point is theirs and theirs alone. Chaos Space Marines increasing in the amount that there are. Will be bashed around by the Assault Marines as the Chaos Lord tries to snaffle a couple of Tactical Marines down to the sad side. Scouts providing some firing support. And the Assault Marine, one of them being shot out of midair for this dude. Attempted to get a decap on the relic, but being sent back to the sin bin by those cultists. Imperial Scrimaldus struggling a little bit on that side. Over here, the Eldar continue to push over into the demon side of things. There is a, what are you? You are a Demon Claws Obelisk attempting to be summoned forth. But under the watchful eyes of those Die Avengers, no mass, no pass on those boys. Any shenanigans going on in the centre. We've got some Eldar manoeuvring around. No major conflict at the moment. Yep, definitely not. For a second I thought those were more Space Marines. No, they are Ulfway. Oh, Ulfway, you are Altiok. Well, if I'm probably mispronouncing that. I do apologise. Because of Neglings. Little small people. Causing some issues. Die Avengers being zapped by the Demon Shrine nearby by the looks of things. Blue Horrors just standing firm. Haven't died yet. But now that I've mentioned it, they're probably going to die now. Curse of the Caster, once again, falling foul, but more Neglings. I do quite like this. You never normally see Neglings. But just cheap, cheerful. What, 10 blue to reinforce? Have a couple of those squads chasing on the Die Avengers. You won't be firing anytime soon. So not bad stuff. Down here, Catgirl has got the lockdown on that listing post. Oh, right, okay, it's Imperial Scrimaldus. So in Ultimate Apocalypse, if you're not familiar, you are able to go for regular Marines or Legionaries, and that's what it's gone for. Smaller in number, can only get 4 per squad, as opposed to the Tactical Marines 6 or 5 or whatever, which increase as the tiers go up. But they are quite substantial. Quite beefy boys. Demons on the northern side, pushing those Die Avengers backwards. And a whole host of Nerglings supported by a large contingency of Blue Horrors. And the Eldar are not looking as confident or competent as they did before. Storm Guardians attempting to slice down those Furies, which they do manage to do. I don't think they'll be as successful at cutting through these Nurglings as quick as they'd like. Bouncing and attempting to build up that Listening Shrine, but not quite being able to get there. Over here as well, got Imperial Squirrels' scouts trying to move over into the centre, causing some more issues. Do have the scouts and tactical marines of Empty Rage going toe to toe with Dazzle and his Viper. Oh, they got that Shuriken cannon out, doing that AoE damage to tactical marines. I do have it on good authority. Can't confirm nor deny how I know this or if this is even going to be in the final product, but there is a upcoming update for Ultimate Apocalypse where they are looking to balance certain things, like for example the Vipers with their Shuriken cannons. Wherever you've gone, was there one there? Did I imagine it? Maybe. Maybe I did. The Eldar over here not looking pretty at all anymore. The sheer amount of demons cracking on over. Even the blue horrors are engaging close combat here. Their gorilla-like hands slapping people down. Oh, I didn't imagine it. Huzzah, I've not gone mental yet. So Eldar and Eldar action. Some traitors in the ranks. Topper falling foul to his own Shuriken cannon ploy. He's about to get his own support portal online there. So if he can defend himself long enough, might be able to counter him. Although I'm supposed to counter this, go for Vipers with missile launchers. That would be the play to make. Dire Avengers being utterly wiped out to a man. Some Swooping Hawks. Can the Swooping Hawks hold their own against the Vipers? Not entirely sure. Of a fair few Guardian defenders coming over into the centre. Not much charge barge going on in the centre, in all fairness. Down over here it's been a relative standstill. Bated breaths. See who's going to win the topmost engagement. And, oh no, he's going to go for Walker Aspect Stone add-on instead. Maybe not as agile as the Vipers, but a little bit more stocky. Over here, the Devastator Marines with a bajillion million heavy bolters. Also that Brother Captain striking down this Guardian defender, almost getting a, oh, what do you call it in rugby, where you kick the ball over the bar. Is it a try? Is it a touchdown? Is it a goal? It's something. It's something indeed. Well, all those Devastators are dead. And the Brother Captain attempting to extract some revenge on these guys. Because of his commander armor, he's not going to go down terribly quickly, but he's not exactly killing these guys too fast neither. Down over here, the Ultramarines with their Legionaries friends stand firm against the cultist menace. We are seeing these guys just point blank refusing to move. They've got the lion's share of the map at the moment, I would have to say. There's no real point in them pushing too far forward. If they do, and then they lose the engagement, then they also lose this, and also the relic down here. So may as well sit pretty. Here comes the Vipers. But already a missile launcher in their ranks. Got a big chunk of health off on that Viper. And the model so able to see a little bit better. And with these guys being negative cover as well, they are dying a lot quicker than they would otherwise normally. One Viper's gone down. Second one soon to follow. All being right and well in the world. Full squad wipe for those Chaos Space Marines. The Viper there. Wiping out the entire army there. Could go back on if it wants to. It doesn't have to die here. There we go, just blue balling him something fierce. And there comes a Legionnaire commander. But not going to engage with that Chaos Lord. Now a taste of the Lord Millicent. Topper with the Shuriken cannon. He's killed some demons. And he's reclaiming the relic over on this side. Double Swooping Hawks. But they've been chained to the ground, I assume, by the Demonic Shrine. Not a pleasant situation for them. One singular Chaos Lord holding his own against Ultramarines and Legionnaires alike. Legion Commander there. Can he go toe to toe? I do believe he can actually. I believe he is marginally better in a straight-up duel than the Chaos Lord. Don't hold him out just yet. Bearing in mind that one thing that we can't appreciate in Ultimate Apocalypse is when these guys are upgraded. Oh, by the by, people who are doing the update, if I can make one request, which obviously I can completely ignore because I'm not in charge, I'm just a caster. One thing that would be absolutely amazing from the casting perspective is every time a commander is upgraded, if there's like a little chevron next to him, or hair, because you know, gender inclusive here on the official Mr. Landshark channel, it would just be really useful just to know how many times they've been upgraded, so we know what kind of things we can expect from them. You know what I mean? You do you. You don't have to. I assume something small like that requires a lot of code, to be fair, so ignore me entirely. Yep, Listing Post will be taken down, but the Chaos Space Marines are coming back with force. Over here, the Eldar are doing their business. One Blood Crusher has been slain. Nerglings doing their Nergle things. That is, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads of Swooping Hawks. 20 shenanigans going on down there. Champion and Nergle. Keep that Nergle theme strong from both sides of the battlefield here. That Man Reaper, reaping the man. That means falling left, right and centre. Hellfire Dreadnought unabashedly resisting incoming damage, but those autocannons, they're primarily used against light vehicles and heavy infantry. Gradually break down that destroyer. Over here, the demons are really struggling. There's all this Eldar nonsense. They've managed to destroy a webway gate to prevent the Chaos Demons' Altiok allies from coming in. What craft world are you? You are black. Okay. I assume Corsairs or something like that. Well, issues are being caused. Solutions are far coming. Got the Eldar over here doing some stuff, but at the moment, the Team 1 are just swarming over the battlefield. Chaos Demons desperately need some help. The Nerglings aren't exactly doing it for them at the moment. They are massing the Blue Horrors. Here comes the Viper. Blue Horrors do no damage against the Viper. The AoE damage from that Shuriken cannon causing major issues. Infernal Lab soon to be brought down. Another Blood Crusher, which I don't think is going to be able to keep on top of these guys. Just a combination of Pink Horrors and Blue Horrors, probably. Pink for the Viper, blue for the Hawks. They do definitely need some help from their allies. But here we go. We've got a whole fleet of Vipers on the way from Daza. It's going to come in a nick of time. Over here we've got a cheeky Landspinner Tempest from M2 Rage 42. And these Vipers can't get here soon enough. Got their own Shuriken cannons, but Shuriken Hawks are going to have to be very careful and make sure that they all engage as one. Focus fire these guys down. They're remarkably fragile. One Viper goes down. I do quite like how Desert has saved up his Vipers there. Sending them in piecemeal would not have worked at all, but all working together in tandem might be that game-changing assistance that the Chaos player needed. And Swooping Hawks brought down one unit at a time. And now the Space Marines are coming in to cause problems. Singular Dire Avenger from Topper as well. Here comes some Chaos teleportation stuff. Plenty of Nerglings. What kind of economy are you running on, young man? Not much at all. So that's why he's not really getting much out. It's a Herald of Nergal, more Nerglings, and another Blood Crusher. And I assume that you're just going to do the same kind of thing. Another webway assembly. Going to go for tier 3/4. Only over here, it was just a bit of a stalemate. No one really making any progress. Same old, as Chaos and Space Marines engage in their eternal war. MT Rage 42 now seeing some Ironclad Dreadnoughts being brought to the fort. Viper from, or double Vipers from Daza, continuing their reign of terror. It does seem like the teeth of the Eldar from Toffa have been blunted slightly, only to them being reimbursed by the tactical and dreadnought assistance from the Space Marines here. Pusher is unable to keep on top of these guys, but let's get there while bugging out to get that kill sync. The Rhino transport, which I assume has got some boys inside. That's my guess. That's a demon portal almost been destroyed, and you have, well, you've got lost earlier, so you're probably going to start rebuilding your production buildings down there, which makes total sense. Humans are able to teleport their way around the battlefield with relative ease. Blitzing and rushing forward to build a listening shrine inside the Chaos Demon's base. Someone help, someone assist. Plenty of dreadnoughts, but not really doing it for them, are they? Got Plague Marines out and about. For some Marine champions and some melter guns. Want to slowly waddle their way forward, resisting the incoming damage while dealing some decent damage themselves. As is the Great and Clean One's prerogative. We now have the Gladiator Command Squad, which, look at these guys' capes. I don't know why, but these models always make me think of, oh, you know those, I mean, the guards from Stormwind in World of Warcraft. That's what my brain goes when I see those guys. That's what my brain goes indeed. Spy Prism, very rarely see this guy in any version of Dawn of War, really. Because the Eldar don't really rely on heavy tanks all that often, and they aren't exactly the heaviest of tanks. But able to swap out their damage type for being good against anything, really. But they die, and not really having much of an impact. Not much of an impact at all. Does seem to be a lot of swimming hawks there, so good on him. There's the Possessed Marines with some wonderfully tasty flames. Black and pink, just like the South Korean pop idol. Legionaries with their multi-melters won't be doing much against the Possessed Marines. Setting things on fire, but these guys are already on fire, so don't mind it. Blue in the heavy bolter to us, actually. So solid push, but really getting the ground up they want. Chaos Lord, who is being DP'd by both those dreadnoughts, and then properly fisted before spun around, just thrown like a ragdoll over the hills and far away. Is this still going on? That's still going on. Nothing's changing, although Daza has managed to sneak in some Wraithguard from the webway gate. These guys are no joke in a ranged engagement. Plenty of big weapons. And that warp gate is alive after being fired up for so long, but it is indeed a heavily fortified structure. HQs do require quite a lot of incoming damage or a specific damage type to break them down very easily, so well, the power of Daza. Timmy Armour survives another day. Wonderful teamwork from both of them. I appreciate how much effort they put into each other's survival. But now Cartgel is pressing down on Imperious Commanders in two different directions. Topper has donated a whole bunch of Wraith Lords. Unable to defend from both angles. Will require some assistance from Daza here. He's got a whole fleet of fire prisms, which again is a very seldom seen unit composition. But in this situation, against Wraith Lords, well, I've done a terrible job. Guys over here, the Havoc Marines there being taken out. And the Ultramarines still holding on strong. double Predators moving on forward. And the Wraith Lords attempting to bash down the stronghold, but I don't think that's going to be a winning strategy for them. Yeah, just the assault breaking against the defensive might of Mr. Grimaldus. Solid effort. And although with the assistance of Daza, the defense was, or should I say, the offense was repelled quite easily. I think that with, I mean, how much money have you got, Mr. Grimaldus? Haven't got much, actually, in all fairness. But constant supply of dreadnoughts, I reckon they would have been alright, or at least holding out for a long time like the Chaos Demon player did. But the Eldar of, what's your face, of Topper, inspiring everyone to peace. Everyone just being friends. A very brief moment, actually, before then turning against each other. Legion Commander, have you got a Man Reaper as well? My goodness. That's heresy. You can't have a demon weapon. I suppose you have a demon. Technically, kind of. Maybe. My lore on the Legion of the Damned isn't exactly all that well polished. I haven't really read any of their stories. Can't imagine what a Warhammer 40k novel from their perspective would look like. Probably just people screaming, being on fire, and then temporarily turning up, screaming and setting other people on fire. Maybe a novella, maybe a comic book, maybe that's what those guys need. Anyway, pushing forward, we do have some Noise Marines firing some spinny sounds, playing some Shaquille O'Neal towards this Legionnaire commander. No one can resist linguistic stylings of Shwaddy Waddy and top 10 songs from Eurovision. There we go. That's what did it to him. I mean, if anything, I don't know if any of you... Side note, I don't know if any of you watched Eurovision, but my favourite bit of Eurovision was when it came to the public vote, and the team that got 0 points from the public vote was England. I was so hoping we'd lose that. As a patriot and a man of you know, the country, I love it when England wins stuff. But that Eurovision song, man, absolute shite. I'm glad we lost that. Shining colours. Anyway, what was going on? Stuff was here and it died. I temporarily forgot what I was doing for a second then. I forgot I was doing a cast. Good lord, that's a long Wraith Guard. Guarding the Wraiths. Also, Demon Prince and Nurgle leading the procession. These guys are all going to go inside of Webway Gate. And probably defend over here, I imagine. There's a whole smorgasbord of Wraith Lords are keen to kick down this stronghold. I assume the Wraith Guard are probably looking to pop out from some far-flung Webway Gate, which we can't see at the moment. But we've got one down here. So, ready to... I actually really like how Daza is playing this. He's... The way he's able to get his Fire Prisms supporting on the southern side, his Wraith Guard supporting on the northern side. He's making sure that no matter where the battles are going on, there's some sort of Altiok Eldari presence being felt. It's very nice stuff. So it might mean that he's sacrificing on and are pressing too far into the middle. There is ground to be gained from these guys here. Oh, you're building up stuff over here. Right, okay. If you are putting pressure on the centre then, ignore me. Yeah, listening. So that wasn't listening, Shran. Hey, listening post is dead. What's coming on over here, though? What foul Xenos almighty Imperial things are falling? It's Ironclad Dreadnoughts and Sternguard Veterans. So, Ironclad being brought down remarkably quick by those Wraith Guard. Another big push going on over here. As Topper is now joining in with the Wraith Guard meta. Even Prince of Nurgle is just surrounded by pink nonsense. As Daz's Wraithguard are massively outnumbered here. But much like the Tyranids with their zone front ball, the Eldar have got their own answer to that. And it's deadly, especially when you get those ancient Wraithguard out. Firing on the move. Quite strong for a unit of their caliber. Even Prince of Nurgle unable to really do anything. That's got Desecrate of Nurgle. An armoured vehicle won't stand up against the Wraithguard too well. Down over on the southern side of Brass Scorpion from Catgirl. And a couple of Chaos Terminators. These guys are going to be a real issue to deal with. Problem with like really strong vehicles is that when they die, they die. But when you've got a strong unit like a Chaos Terminator, it takes ages to kill one model. And then while it's dying, you just reinforce them. So the longevity, the survivability in combat cannot be underestimated. Wraithguard are finishing off the remnants of the Chaos Demon's base, but they have rebuilt a lot of their stuff down here, so it's not going to be an endgame scenario for them. But they would probably prefer to not lose all their stuff. Oh, warp gate gone down. Or machine gate or whatever. These are the warp gates, that was something else. Things are dying. And I imagine Timiana is nonplussed about the whole scenario. We're feeling a little bit miffed at this whole Wraithguard mess. I've got the Seer Council in there as well. And the, what you called, the Autarch. Which are great for holding the front lines. Little Dreadnought slapping around the Chaos Terminators. Falling back away from the central point here, the stronghold of Imperious Grimaldus. Slap my wrist for mispronouncing his name. Yeah, that's still going strong. Also the artillery, so obnoxiously accurate is the Hellspawn. That rate of fire doesn't do incredible damage. I mean, if you look at these Chaos Terminators, their health isn't exactly falling too incredibly quickly. There's just a sheer amount of bullets being fired towards them. Means that they'll have to go home. Those have also got two being fired at them. Well, one now, but there were two. There were two. Here comes one of you. You are Gladiator Command Squad. And also they're rocking on Foul Fate, Thunderfire Cannon, and the Standard Bearer as well. Bearing a standard, as they always do. Over here, the Eldar have managed to force the Chaos Demons to keep the bucket. Like I said, they've still got their shenanigans over here, retaking up. Guard veterans blasted apart on the Wraithguard. And the Space Marines looking like they were going to push the Chaos Space Marines back, but now in return, being sent back to the base. At the moment, there's nothing much going on in the old river where many a battle was fought. These guys are going to regret if they leave the base now. If they can stand here and engage these guys while they're in a negative cover, that would be a major bonus for them. It would really, really help them win this ranged engagement. There we go. They're coming back over on this side. Just put them on stand your ground here, young man. And watch that negative cover bonus really change the way this firefight works out. Just got to get into position. That's what they want and need. Cursory shots sent off. There we go, just moving a little bit further forward. Although, no. Bit of an odd engagement from both these players, actually. Kind of sending in one squad at a time. Oh, and with that one squad wipe, they said, nope. Not for me, thank you. We don't want to die again. Well, I suppose when a Wraithguard dies, they only really die if their Soul Stone's destroyed, isn't it? You can always recycle them. You can always recycle them indeed. We've got the Hellspawn repositioning very slowly over on this side. But I suppose the Team 1 can now just sit back on the laurels. They have got the vast majority of the map here. And so they could just kick it and then tech up, get those, I mean, whatchamacallums, nuclear endgame weaponry on the go. And win just by blowing everything up. It's never a bad strategy. Doesn't matter how much your bomb costs, so long as you win. And we are seeing the first nuclear weapon center of the game, Empty Ridge 42, quickly constructing that super weapon. And really, they've got to decide who would be the best to bomb. These guys over here, or these guys over here. And I am running on the assumption that probably these guys, because you're essentially getting 2 players for 1. But then, will they know that? Will they know that that's where the Chaos Demon players rebuilt his base? I suppose they've been inside this base and they have not seen him, so by the power of deduction and logical logic, it's the only place it could be. Here comes a Pillar of World's End from Catgal. Just basically summon demons relatively cheap.
Even in death, I still serve.
And the triple dreadnoughts who have gone on a mission all on their own, having brought the Chaos Sorcerer and Champion and Nurgle, striking him down. Here come the Plague Bearers, 15 in a squad. And it's on auto build now. Over here, Chaos Terminators. Probably not what they were expecting to stand in front of. A bajillion million heavy bottle turrets. But have come down. That girl screams are. I assume she's misclicked here. I assume this is not the direction she wanted to teleport them in. But they're here now. There's no going back for them. Double jumping juice been spent. And they are brown bread. Dead as a doorknob. Look at the Plague Bearers. Activating the big smell. What on earth are you firing at? Oh, you're firing at Shadow Seer. Snuck around the flanks. Destroyed that. Upgraded listening post. With the big smell from the Plague Bearers, they basically do AoE damage to not only enemies but also friends. Be very careful when using their ability. Not many friends nearby. Should be alright. And here comes the Laughing God himself. In case you newer viewers have not seen this model before. Quite a decent one. Gives me, if any of you have seen the video game Grim Fandango, reminds me of that game colour palette wise and graphical wise. Nice stylistic choice. Maybe it doesn't quite jibe and vibe with the other kinds of models, but you know what? I'm all for different artistic styles in the game. Always good fun. Laughing God going toe to toe with the Gladiator Command Squad actually. With her long sword and a good old stab. And a backhand, very casual backhand as well. The Shiak's very similar to the Avatar of Cain, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, let me also double check really quickly, just to make sure that I'm not getting that confused. But greatly increased movement speed of all nearby units. Boosted. Well, don't come back, woman. I'm trying to read your tooltips. Fine, we'll wait for you to stop running. Can't run away from all your problems. There we go. Boosted relative resource income. Maximum cap by 25%. Yeah, so quite similar to the Avatar of Cain, just quite, well, slightly different effects and all that stuff. Maybe even, potentially, useful in combat, who knows? That's a great and clean one from Catgal. Slamming down a big, thick sword down to that Dreadnought. Oh, they're taking a good chunk of damage there. And here comes, oh good lord, that's a lot of incoming damage. Got the Seer Council, they've got the Wraith Guard. And practically no defense here from Dazza. He's got the Wraith Guard, but not nearly at the same level as Topper. He's also got Empty's Terminators on the go as well. He's been shot up. Shot down. Here come the remainder of the Wraith Guard. They were far away. They were already here. This might have been a different engagement, but too late to the party. Again, like if they had this engagement over here, entirely different story. But I suppose the Wraith Guard were probably trying to influence the battlefield somewhere else. Sea Council taking out webware gates here and there. Ironclad Dreadnoughts attempting to assist in the defence. Romelis has had a lot of support defending his base from all manner of warpish shenanigans. Now it's his turn to get his own back, or should I say repay his debts. I don't think a couple of Dreadnoughts is going to do much against the Wraith Guard, but I suppose they've all been killed now. But that is something. That's enough an Avatar Arcane. But Catgirl bringing in some obliterators. Both sides. But on this side as well. Surrounded. Catgirl with a preemptive GG. It's not the end until it's the end. Certainly feels like the end. Oh no, never mind. Everyone being friends again. From the Eldar peace ability. How are you doing for your super weapons? 61%. Oh, and you've not built any plasma generators around there, so it'll take ages to research. Okay, that's why I've not seen any nukes so far. It's one dude breaking etiquette. Not meant to fire during peacetime. Mr. Wraith Guard and or Spirit Seer. Whichever one of you was firing.
I accept the challenge.
The Chaplain, Imperial Grimaldus, ready to smite some heretics. Just gonna wait for peace to move on. When you can get him, just turn your attention. Feel the hate, feel the burn. Let none live. Tell the terrible tale.
What is your will?
Oh, this feels like it lasts a lot longer than the previous one did.
I have awoken.
I'll have researched it. Ah, there we go. Go get him. Bonk him on the head. That's what I want to do. Oh, but a kickflip. Well, that is a big endgame storm from Topper. And there was an Eldar base, and there was an Eldar army. Now less so. And while that's going on over on this side, things are happening. Demon, Prince, and the Laughing God striding on down towards Grimaldus' base, while his allies are being shocked and zapped. But the Airborne Phoenix and the Helldrake, my goodness, all the big units utterly wiping out what was left from Grimaldus' base. He's gone down. Now the last remnants of Daza living under a terrible lightning yoke. Let's look up the Avatar Arcane. He might be the one to defend and save the day. The tall boy, powerful glutes, just watching as his craft world crumbles around him. Calmly, a stoic mindset. He's not worrying about the things he can't change, but concentrating on the things he can. Truly living in the moment. And I'm running out of things to say. I was hoping the game would end in the middle of that diatribe, but no, it's just going to go on forever. I want to see this Avatar do something to enact some sort of revenge. But does not seem like it. He's been defeated in mind, body and soul. Look at him, he's not even flinching. Oh, right, okay, that's because Daza has probably left the game about 2 or 3 minutes ago. That's why nothing's been happening. Okay, fair enough. Well, that was quite an exciting game. It was really useful. I mean, hats off to Daza here for being able to support the top side, the southern side, and getting a few cheeky bits of bobs in the middle. Really, really good showing from him. But, I mean, the loss of the majority of the Chaos Demon player stuff towards the middle of that game there, the ability for Catgirl to be able to hold off this area for some while. Then again, also, Grimaldus able to defend this area. Again, using that negative cover by holding up a firing line here really, really benefited him in the end. But I think it was just a case of, even though they still had all 3 players, basically having 2.5 players for that gradually whittled them down, and being unable to really defend with only half their Wraith Guard down on this side. Teleporting him in later on to defend a little bit, but losing quite a lot in the process with that misplaced unit selection. So yeah, thank you so much, Catgirl, for sending that game into the Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there is also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. My name's Mr. Landshark, pleasure as always, never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.